Okay, so have you ever found yourself, like, nodding along, agreeing to something, but deep down, I mean, deep down, your gut is just screaming, no, not this.
Oh, yeah. All the time. It's that people-pleasing thing, isn't it?
Exactly. It feels like such a human thing. I'm sort of taught to be agreeable, you know,
Mhm.
help out, don't disappoint anyone.
Right.
But the flip side is, well, you end up feeling totally swamped,
Right.
overcommitted, maybe even a bit resentful.
Definitely resentful. That's the quiet killer.
Well, today we're going to dive into something that sounds simple but is actually pretty transformative.
Okay.
We're going to unpack why saying no isn't just like, okay, it's actually essential
hmm
for your well-being.
Essential. I like that.
And here's the really interesting part, the counterintuitive bit.
hmm
Daring to say no might actually get you more respect, not less.
Ah, okay. Now that's intriguing. So for this deep dive, we're looking at some specific ideas, right?
Yes, we are.
We've pulled key insights from excerpts from The Art of Saying No, Self-Care and Boundaries. And this text, it really gives some fundamental principles, really foundational stuff for shifting how you approach this whole saying no thing. It's a life skill, basically.
Absolutely.
So our mission here really is to boil down the most important nuggets, the takeaways from these
A
excerpts.
shortcut.
Exactly. A shortcut to understanding how you can actually choose what's right for your life. And that comes down to mastering, well, the art of saying no when you need to, appropriate refusal.
Yeah, appropriate refusal. I like that framing. So if you're listening, maybe you're prepping for a meeting or trying to get up to speed on, I don't know, boundaries,
We're just curious.
or just super curious, this is for you. We want to give you those aha
Yeah.
moments, some practical stuff you can use, quick knowledge without the overwhelm.
Oh.
Because ultimately, you'll start to see how saying no to the wrong stuff, well, that's how you say yes to what really matters in your life.
Yeah, it's the core of it.
Let's get into it. So as we unpack this, the source really points to this big shift in how we see things, like really embracing your right to put your own needs first.
Yeah, and that word right is important.
It is.
Yeah.
But I think the immediate fear, for me anyway, is, oh, that sounds selfish, right?
That's the immediate jump, isn't it? But what's so interesting here, and the text is clear on this, is that it's not selfishness, not at all. It's more like responsible self-care, self-stewardship.
Self-stewardship.
Yeah, the argument is pretty powerful.
Right.
When you actually take care of yourself first, you build up the energy, the capacity to genuinely, sincerely help others, effectively help them.
Exactly. The classic analogy. You just can't help someone else if you're gasping for air yourself. It makes perfect sense.
It really clicks when you put it like that.
Yeah.
And okay, building on that self-preservation idea, the source also hammers home that saying no is basically self-protection. It's not about trying to hurt anyone else's feelings. No, absolutely not. It's about protecting your own resources. Guarding them, really.
What kind of resources?
Well, your energy, obviously. Your time, which is huge.
Yeah.
And crucially, your mental well-being, your headspace.
Right.
So when you say no to something that, genuinely doesn't fit or isn't right for you, you're sending a message, a clear one,
What message?
that you value yourself, that you won't just passively let people kind of walk over you or exploit your good nature. And doing that, practicing that, it actively stops that resentment and exhaustion from building up, that stuff that can just snowball if you let it.
Yeah, the snowball effect is real. It sounds like if you don't set those lines yourself, people will just keep pushing. Maybe not even meaning to, but they will.
That's exactly it. The source is very direct here.
Yeah.
If you don't set boundaries for yourself, other people will. They absolutely will set them for you.
How does that happen?
Just incrementally, They push a little here, ask a little more there, until suddenly you're way outside your comfort zone.
And you feel trapped.
Trapped, unable to speak up. So setting clear expectations right from the start, it just helps everyone know where they stand, what the limits are.
Which leads to healthier relationships, presumably.
Much healthier and more sustainable in the long run.
Okay, here's a point that feels really counterintuitive, something I think a lot of us just don't quite believe deep down.
Go on.
Our source says that people who actually dare to say no, they often get more respect, not less. Why? Why would that be?
It seems backwards, right? But think about it. When you show you have standards, that your yes means something.
Like it's earned.
Exactly. It's earned. It's not just the default setting. People then see you as, well, consistent, trustworthy.
Okay.
A polite no, a firm one, It projects this image of someone who knows their own values, someone who isn't afraid to protect what's right for them.
So it's not about being difficult.
Not at all. It's about clarity, integrity, even. And the text kind of suggests this isn't just about feeling good about yourself, it's about how predictable you seem to others.
Predictable.
Yeah, when your yes actually carries weight because it's not guaranteed, your value kind of goes up. It subtly makes people think twice, approach you with maybe more thoughtful requests.
Instead of just testing the waters constantly.
Right. Instead of just seeing how much they can get, they approach with more genuine respect.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Does the source link this to, like, bigger studies, about integrity or leadership, where clear boundaries are seen as trustworthy?
It doesn't explicitly cite, say, academic studies, no, but the core message definitely lines up with those principles.
Okay.
It really emphasizes that this isn't just how you feel, it's about how others perceive you, your reliability, your authenticity.
Right.
And, often we feel like we need this whole elaborate explanation for why we're saying no, like a 10-minute speech.
Oh, yeah, the guilt-ridden justification.
Exactly, which the source basically says is, well, mostly unnecessary.
Oh, that's a relief. So simple is better.
Simple is powerful. The word no is a complete sentence, right?
Yeah. Technical.
The text actually warns that when we over-explain, when we give too many reasons trying to soften the blow, we often just create openings, loopholes for the other person to argue, or try to persuade you, or chip away at your no.
Ah, okay. So keep it tight.
Keep it tight, short, clear, polite, things like, thanks for thinking of me, but I can't do that right now.
Simple.
Or, unfortunately, that schedule doesn't work for me. Usually that's enough, and it's way more effective.
Okay. And sticking with clarity.
Yeah.
The source makes this really powerful point. A firm no, right at the start, is often much, much better than a hesitant yes you end up regretting.
Oh, absolutely. We've all been there, haven't we?
Definitely. On both sides. Felt that dread when you've said yes but didn't mean it, when you get that yes from someone else and it just feels hollow.
Exactly. That reluctant yes, it ultimately hurts everyone involved.
How so?
Well, you approach whatever it is with no enthusiasm, right? So the result might be kind of mediocre, and the person who asked, they can often sense it. They feel the insincerity, and that chips away at trust. Whereas a clear, straightforward no up front, that gives immediate clarity. Everyone knows the score.
And the asker can move on.
Precisely. They can find someone else who's genuinely willing and able. It saves everyone time, energy, and that potential frustration down the line.
Okay, so let's talk about the big fear. The social fallout.
Ah, yes. Rejection.
Right, the fear that if you say no, you'll be rejected by friends, colleagues, maybe even family. But the source argues it's actually the opposite.
It often is, yes. The text suggests that people who get good at appropriate refusal, they tend to build stronger relationships, not weaker ones.
Stronger how?
Think about it. When they do say yes, when they do agree to something,
it means more.
It means so much more. It shows genuine sincerity, real willingness. That actually deepens the connection.
Okay, I can see that.
A polite refusal, maybe with a brief reason if it feels right, it's not going to make you lose real friends or colleagues who respect you.
So what does it do?
It acts as a filter. It effectively weeds out the people who maybe aren't interacting with you genuinely, but are more interested in just taking advantage of your time or your generosity.
Ah. So it reveals who's really there for you versus what you can do for them.
You got it. It clarifies the basis of the relationship.
Wow.
So if we zoom out a bit, learning to say no the right way, it's not about being selfish. It's not about pushing people away.
Right.
It's really a strategic investment in your own long-term happiness, your success, your sanity, maybe.
An investment. I like that.
And always remember that firm no is so much better than a wishy-washy, resentful yes every single time.
Yeah.
And being polite but firm, it doesn't lead to social isolation. If anything, it helps you figure out who truly respects your boundaries and who might not have your best interests at heart. It's a discernment tool.
It's true. This definitely isn't easy. I mean, making that shift, especially if you're sort of conditioned to be a yes person.
It takes practice,
Yeah.
conscious effort.
For sure. But by really taking on board these ideas we've talked through, understand you have the right to choose yourself first. And setting your boundaries proactively before other people just kind of set them for you without you noticing.
Yeah, being intentional.
Then things will start to change.
Yeah.
The source promises positive results, and it feels like that really would follow.
Absolutely. It's a process, but a worthwhile one.
So let's leave our listeners with this thought. Think about that oxygen mask analogy again.
Right. Put yours on first.
Put yours on first. So what's one small no? Just one tiny thing you can say no to this week deliberately that lets you put on your own mask.
Just one small step.
And then think, what would saying no to that thing, that draining thing, that misaligned request, what would that allow you to say a big, loud yes to in your life? Something that actually excites you, energizes you, feels truly meaningful.
That's the powerful question. What does no make space for?
Exactly. Go out there and make that choice, that empowering choice.